a different day, okay? So if you can grab a pen or a marker, just put NR, what you didn't get to, just put NR, no response. It actually will give me some feedback, and we'll correct this now, okay? And if you tried your best, that's all I ever ask for. I can't ask for more than your best, right? So if some days it doesn't work out, back on the drawing board, let's try it again, right? In the United States, the average IQ is 100. The standard deviation is 15. What percentage of the population would you expect to have an IQ of lower than 85? Because it's asking for percentage, it wants normal CDF. So you just have to show me this and what you're entering. Because it's lower than 85, if you think about it, in the middle we've got 100, right? And let's say 85 is right about there. We want everything to the left of that curve, which means you should start with negative a million or something small, followed by 85, and then you go 115, and you multiply that answer by 100. If you do that, you get 15.87%. Okay, you get a mark for that. I would say it's all or nothing. Unless you show me exactly that you entered the exact same values and you somehow got a different answer, I'll give you half a mark. Something went wrong when you copied it down. What percentage of the population would you expect to have an IQ between 90 and 120? So this one gives you a start and a stop. So this is 90, 120, 115. You multiply your answer by 100 if you want a percentage, and that is 65.63%. Again, 1 mark for that. Okay, that's the answer. What IQ would one have if only 40%, so they're giving you percent, right? It's not normal CDF, we're switching probably over to inverse norm. Only 40% of the population scored higher on the test. So I was just thinking as I watched some of you work, you don't necessarily have to have a bell curve because sometimes that gets complicated, like where is it? Maybe all you have to do is, there's this line that I'm going to use and I need to know that value. Which side is this question giving me, above or below? If you think about it, only 40% of the population scored higher on this test. So they're telling you that 40% is to the right. You need everything below. So this number right here, you showing me this 60% either in a diagram or when you enter, that's going to be worth a mark, okay? That's going to be worth a mark. So then you go inverse norm, 0.6, and you go 115. And here you're going to get 103.8, okay? That is the IQ score. That is another mark. So this question is worth 2 marks. If I see 0.6, you get a mark already, and then I get the mark for the answer. Listen to this part. If you went 0.4 in here, obviously your answer is different. You still get 1 out of 2 if you used inverse norm. You got 1 out of 2 for inverse norm, period, okay? Let's keep going. Suppose you're told that the height of adult males is mean is 70, standard deviation is 2. What proportion? It's also asking for percent. Proportion, percent, likelihood, probability, all mean the same thing. Between 70 and 72 and 73, so you got to go normal CDF. You go 72, 73, 72, right? Times 100. So this would be 9.18%. So that's just a 1 marker. Oh, by the way, if you want to already subtotal, the first, like ABC is worth 4 marks. Okay. This is worth 1. What height corresponds to the point where 70% of all adult males are greater than this height? Okay, so again, you're cutting your bell curve. You want to know what that height is. 20% of all are taller, are greater than this height, so they're actually giving you this. You need to figure out this, okay? So that's worth 1 mark. and then you using inverse norm, saying that 0.8, this is 70, this is 2. The actual height is 71.68 inches. Okay. So again, 1 mark for 0.8, 1 mark for using inverse norm. Okay, so 2 marks. B is out of 2, okay, for that reason. What height corresponds to the point where 20% of all adult males are less than this height? So again, you slice your bell curve, right? Imagine a bell curve. You want to know this. They are giving you, this question is flat out giving you the left side, the percentage below that height. So you got to use inverse norm, 0.2, 72. So this would be 68.32 inches. You only get 1 mark for this if you use inverse norm, because you don't have to do the extra work of finding out what's to the left of it, right? So this page is worth 8 because it's 4 and 4. Okay, so for 2 it's 1 for A, 2 for B, and 1 for C.
How is it 4.4?
Because question C is 2. Like, I'm going to go up here. A is 1, B is 1, C is worth 2. That's why it's 4. So 8 marks for this front page. Okay. The weight of chocolate bars from a particular factory has a mean of 8 and a standard deviation of 0.1 ounce. What is the weight of a chocolate bar with a z-score of negative 2.7? I was hoping, oh, it's almost time, that you would use this formula. You have the z-score, you have the mean, okay, and you have the standard deviation. So you just plug that all in. So that's negative 2.7 times 0.1 plus 8. Okay, so your actual score here is 7.73 ounces. Chocolate bars that are less than 7.75 ounces are rejected and not sold in stores. If you make 12,000 a day, how many of those are usable? Okay, so what they're saying is 8 is right here, so 7.75 is here. These are rejected. Okay, these are bad. These are good. Anything above 7.75 is good. So usable are the good ones. So this is basically, if you want to do it in one line, you would go 12,000 times normal CDF of 7.75 to 1,000,000, 8, 0.1. You get a mark for doing this part, and then you get a mark by multiplying those two answers. You get 12,000 times, one second, I need to, 0.0062, which is, oh, I made a mistake. I got that one wrong. Not surprisingly. Oh yeah, 11,925 bars if you round. I'm not going to do the bonus today, but you're supposed to do the midpoints and all that. So we have 1 mark here, 2 marks there, so that'll be a total of 3. I'll make some of your guys' days